All right, fantastic. Today's best music, Magic 89.9. My name is Zoe. It's been a hot minute, but here we are doing interviews from home. Now, I've spoken to these guys before, so you can call me lucky for scoring another interview with them. Their music has been known to evoke feelings of longing and love, like a much needed warm hug from a friend. So hello from the Philippines, James and Angie of the English electro-pop duo Honne. Howdy, how you doing?
Howdy.
Howdy, partner. How's it going?
Doing fantastic. I see you guys are in sweaters and you're all cozy. I'm envious. It's very hot in the Philippines right now.
Is it?
What should we expect? What sort of temperatures should we be expecting?
In May.
Well, I'm in a sleeveless shirt, so maybe you want to try copying my look a little bit, you know.
Okay, that sounds good.
Fantastic.
Might need to do a few press-ups before I can rock a sleeve.
You might want to, but you know what? You guys are perfect just the way you are. So again, my name is Zoe. It's very nice to sit with you virtually. And as you mentioned, you're coming back to tour this May 2023 and doing not just one show, but 3 shows all around the archipelago. So I have to ask, how does it feel knowing you're finally coming back to serenade us on this side of the world in our sunny country?
It's a relief.
It is.
It's been too long.
I hadn't worked it out, but when James just said in another interview, it's been 4 years.
Wow.
Which is
4 years
nuts.
too long.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't seem like that long ago to me. But yeah, we can't wait. Philippines is one of our favorite places to perform. So yeah, and to do not only Manila, but Davao and Cebu, some new places for us. It's really exciting and we can't wait.
I can't wait to see you guys either. So speaking of the tour, as you know, the world's been realigning its gears and slowly but surely feeling normal again, traveling, concerts. So I have to ask, what excites you the most about going on tour?
Oh, I think just like the feeling you get when you're just exploring new places and getting like outside your comfort zone a bit and just wandering aimlessly and going to cafes and restaurants and meeting fans and of course playing shows. But yeah, I feel like the traveling part of it is something that's incredibly fulfilling and we've really missed that since the pandemic started.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So it's been a while, but I actually got to talk to you both back in December 2021. As you guys mentioned, it doesn't feel like a long time, but it really is. It was the second year of the pandemic at that time. You just released, let's just say the world ended a week from now. What would you do? You showed me your little organelle, your favorite instrument at the time. So I kind of want to dive into, oh my gosh, do you have it? Ooh, I've come full circle. So I kind of want to dive into your creative brains a little bit. Would you say that your music as Honne, the themes, the writing, the production, has any of that changed or evolved since the lockdown?
Well, for starters, a lot of our music in the past, we've kind of, historically, we've worked quite separately. Like there's only a handful of occasions or songs that we've written whilst being together in the same room.
Really?
Yeah, which is quite strange. But we're starting to do more of that now, which is really nice because we're in our new studio. Ta-da!
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so we've been in here for the last few months and we're just working away and writing new music. And I think it's really, really good. Really nice to work together on stuff from scratch. And just like there's loads of fun things to do in here and it's turning into some exciting music that I think everyone's going to love. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Well, I love it. Music to my ears. Well, either way, as a loyal fan, I'm always happy to hear that you guys are working on your music, and I'm always happy to listen to your online sessions and support you guys. So speaking of production, I know you also have some tracks that you've remixed. Last year, you released a new version of Never Gonna Be Alone by the fantastic Jacob Collier, John Mayer, Lizzie McAlpine. It was beautifully done. So what is the creative process like for Honne when you remix singles by other artists?
Yeah, it does vary. But we tend to try and take just the vocals and take everything else away in the hopes, like we don't want to be, not that there's anything wrong with this, but we don't want to be remixers who just take the track and put like underneath it.
Yeah.
So we want to
Very
like,
good.
yeah, we want to do everything almost like reworks rather than like a traditional remix, like as though we've completely reproduced the track from scratch. Like, what would we do to make this into our kind of style, or make it a completely different vibe, or bring out a different emotional quality with the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we kind of just have the vocals and then mess around with stuff and try different beats over it, and yeah, try and pull it all together. But that was a particularly fun one to do because
every artist on that we're huge fans of. So,
yeah. The vocals just sound so sweet, like the
They do.
harmony, and
yeah,
they're all stacked up so nicely and so warm.
They do, and you guys did a fantastic job on that. And I kind of like how you mentioned earlier that being in a studio together and working on music while you're in proximity with each other, starting from scratch, and applying that with something like this, with a remix where you isolate certain elements and bring it back together, repurposing it. I think that's quite beautiful. So on the subject of remixes, and in a recent interview, I learned that you both unanimously approve of pineapples on pizza. Is this true?
I mean, it's true. I personally wouldn't buy that as my pizza of choice, but it's delicious.
There you go.
I'd go so far as to say that I would buy that as my pizza of choice.
You've got the right idea. So you're both at
Yeah.
least on the superior side of the human race. Welcome.
Exactly.
Welcome.
Yeah.
So if you had to encapsulate your music as Honne into one dish, what would that be? And it can be any dish, and it'll make you go, okay, this is Honne served on a silver platter. What dish would that be?
It
needs to be,
character, different flavors. So
maybe a bit cheeky and fun.
yeah.
Okay, it's not a roast dinner because that's too traditional.
Yeah, too traditional.
It's
this is a very good
that's
question.
a very good question.
Creative juices,
The thing I've got
thinking.
in my have you ever heard of a Terry's chocolate orange?
Oh my. I know, I heard orange and I relate to it. Describe it for me.
So it's chocolate orange. It's a
Whoa.
round ball with segments. So it's made out of chocolate, but it's
Okay.
tastes like chocolate orange, and it's got
Okay.
segments.
It's a full-size orange, basically.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, maybe more like a satsuma or clementine.
Yeah.
clementine.
It's quite
I
chunky.
see.
So it's like us because it's enticing.
Mm-hmm.
It's smooth.
And it's something, but then it's something else.
Uh-huh.
It's fun. It can be shared around.
Right.
And you always know what you're going to get. You're always going to get Terry's chocolate orange.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. I love that. You could totally turn that into a song too.
That's good.
we can.
Well, this next question is actually quite the thinker if you're up for it. And it's actually well-timed because you guys are in your new studio and you're looking all cozy. So I want you to think deeply and tell me, what do you think is the purpose of music? What effect does it have on both of you personally?
It's and this may sound cliche, but I'm a bit of a crier. But I've noticed that if I'm watching something, I'll only start crying when the music enters. So there might be a scene that's going on, and I'm like, oh, this, a bit sad. And then the music hits, whether it's like a little string line or whatever it is, and then I'm just suddenly, tears everywhere.
So it's an emotional exaggerator. No, what's the word? Like emotional uplifter.
Yeah.
So whatever you're feeling, I think it like helps. All songs can make you feel things and bring out emotions within you, and help you like heal some things probably. And
I love how it just brings people together because
Beautiful.
There's lots of us on this planet. We don't speak the same languages, but music just works, regardless of where.
it transcends all that, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
True words, true words. I love it. And wrapping up things and preparing ourselves for your arrival in May, I have to ask, can we expect a new album is on the way?
Yes.
Yeah, but not before May.
Not before May. No pressure, but it's in the works. I mean, you guys have all got it all set up. I'm sure it's going to sound fantastic, beautiful. So James and Andy of the ever wonderful duo Honne, they've got an Asia tour lined up this coming May 2023. First stop is the Araneta Coliseum in May 10. Next is the University of Southeastern Philippines in Davao on May 12. And last stop is at the Waterfront Hotel in Cebu on May 14. So make sure you purchase your tickets before then, unless I purchase them all for myself. You don't want to miss this. So James and Andy, my name is Zoe again, and it's been a pleasure, and I feel very lucky to have spoken to you both, and I appreciate it.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
I feel like I said this to you last time, but I think you're the best person at talking I've ever met.
You did say that, and I'm so happy that you said it again, because we haven't recorded the second time around, so I didn't hallucinate it. Beautiful. So again, my name is Zoe. Have courage and be kind, everyone, and you're listening to today's best music, Magic 89.9. Feel like I'm just talking to, a couple of my friends. So thank you so much for taking the time to chat. I appreciate it.
That's okay. Thank you very much. You're the best. I think you're the best person at talking I've ever met in my whole life. You're like the smoothest presenter I've ever met in the history of the world.
Yeah.
That means so much. I gotta end this call to cry now. Shaking your hand too. I appreciate that. I love you guys. All right.